So welcome, Stephenie.
Thanks
for being here today. We're all striving towards a world free of malaria. What does that mean for you?
A world free of malaria means that I can take a vacation. But in all seriousness, as a survivor of malaria and as a mother, the data around the number of children under 5 dying every day, every year is exponential, and that number is only growing. And we look at the amount of time that malaria had the perfect storm to increase its hold as a pathogen. It would mean that mothers like me could know that their unborn babies would be healthy, that children, small babies, would survive. We look at the impact of community, the economy, especially in the countries of the poorest socioeconomic backgrounds. And it's all of those things. From a mother's perspective, it's close to my heart, but also as someone who's very passionate about the UN Sustainable Development Goals, I look at all of them and think, wouldn't this be a wonderful day?
Wow, that's amazing, and you come with an amazing story, and I'm glad you linked it to the SDGs. We're currently here in New York, and the topic for this New York's UN General Assembly is Summit of the Future. So what do you think the role of the youth is in the fight against malaria?
I think they have the energy, they have the innovation, they think outside the box with new solutions. As a technologist, I was often leading those discussions before malaria and creating solutions using technology. When we look at genomes and some of the things that have been discussed today, the access using apps to recording healthcare and making sure the nets are tracked and used effectively. I mean, you would think of something as simple as a YouTube video on how to correctly use a bed net and the impact that would have in smartphones distributed across, continents where smartphones are the most important asset that they have for communication, banking, and health management. So I think if we empower the youth, if we enable them, we incentivize them, and we give them a seat at the table, I think that's mission critical versus we the wiser who have been at this, been decision making for a long time, including the youth in those discussions so that we can truly empower them and make them accountable to us and us to them for the future.
Wow, that's powerful. Giving the youth a seat around the table, talking about innovation and talking about really ensuring that we empower them and accountability as well. All that, to some extent, comes with additional resources. And we know the fight against malaria has reached the perfect storm. And one of the perfect storm is the lack of funding.
Yes.
How can you use your voice to support in raising the needed resources, especially now that we're going towards the Global Fund replenishment, as well as Gavi replenishment in 2025?
Well, I'm very excited to be the change maker for the Global Fund and given a platform to use my voice. And my voice can be pretty loud and stress to those making policy, those governments, those private sector donors, the importance and the significance of being relentless to the fight. It's not time to take our foot off the gas. It's time to accelerate and go for it, because without it, we're not going to win the fight. It's that simple. And however and wherever my voice can be used, it's there and it's resounding.
Thank you so much for using your voice. We will definitely count on it. As you said in your book, and you described yourself, you're bold, you're bionic, and you're blessed.
Absolutely.
We're really blessed to have you, and we're blessed to have you in the fight against malaria. Thank you so much for all you do. Thank you for your resilience, and thank you for the future collaboration as well.